Hello everyone, a very good morning to all of you students. This is Assistant Professor Ishani Trivedi from LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. Students, you know that till now we have been discussing about various types of excavating equipment, right? We discussed about first power shovel already in the last lecture. I had also shown you a list that now we are talking particularly about the equipment which are going to perform the excavation work, right? Excavation work can be on the ground level, below the ground level. It depends what type of excavation you want to perform and what is the particular construction activity. So we have seen that we have various types of excavating equipment. We have power shovels, we have drag lines, we have hoe excavators, right? We have different types. So we also have trenching machines, okay? So we are going to discuss the next today after the power shovel, that is the drag lines. Now students, I am flashing you an image and a small clip over here that how the drag line works. This clip is going to be helpful to you to understand that what type of work mechanism, what type of excavation the drag lines perform. Now students, we already have discussed about the power shovel, its mounting, its types, its parts which are present in it, and the bucket or the dipper. All of these things are discussed. So whenever we are going to discuss about any type of equipment from today onwards, from now onwards, then we are going to talk about its basic concept, its definition, its various parts and its cross-sectional sketch. Then we will talk about its operation and working, and then at last we will talk about advantage, disadvantage and its specific applications. Now the applications are important for us because each and every type of excavator is going to have various specific applications. We will be having specific parameters and points when we talk about at what place, at what condition this type of excavator is used. So here the name drag line, right? The name itself says drag, meaning you are going to drag the bucket. The performance, right? The performance, the mechanism of performing with the help of drag line is such that you are going to drag your bucket against the soil which is to be dug. You are going to drag your bucket in horizontal position. You can see right in front of you. It is running in the video clip as well. Can you see? First of all, it is crawler mounted. We have generally two cases. We have wheel mounted and we have crawler mounted. In the drag line, you can also have truck mounted drag line as well. So here we can see that it is a crawler mounted, it has an operating cabin, a skilled operator will be staying inside. Also students, we also have to discuss about the various factors which will be affecting the output, the performance of all type of equipment. Some factors will be similar in all type. So here skilled operator will be present, and then we can see that in the power shovel we had a boomstick and arm. Right here, instead of a boom stick, we have a boom crane. Can you see a crane is attached with the crawler mounted cabin? Yes. So here the major difference comes is first a crane will be mounted as a boom, and second the bucket will be excavating in such a way that it is dragging the bucket into the soil and it is digging the soil in opposite direction, and that direction is also coming towards you, towards your operating cabin, right? So this is how a drag line works. I am also showing you image of the drag line bucket over here. We can see one more part, that the bucket of the drag line is attached with chains, right? These chains will be, one will be hoist chain and one will be the pull chain. So we are going to discuss about the same when we talk about the various parts of the drag line, right? So if you want to define technically, then drag line is the type of excavating equipment which is used for digging softer material, right? You cannot deal with the area which is having boulders or hard rocks. That type of soil cannot be dealt with. So it is used for the softer ground, for softer soil, and its performance, its mechanism is such that the bucket is dragged towards you, right, against the soil which is to be dug, against the material which is to be dug. And this type of performance, this type of excavating equipment is called a drag line. Now the bucket which is flashing in front of you will be having different capacities. That capacity is determined in terms of meter cube, that is in terms of volume. It will be different types. So now let us move forward with the generalized concepts of the drag line. Okay, now as I discussed already, these are the points which are flashing in front of you, which I already talked about, that it's just like shovel, right? Unlike the shovel, it has a long light crane boom. In the power shovel we had a boom stick, and here we are going to have a crane boom. Next, the bucket is loosely attached to the boom through the cables. With the help of hoisting cables, the bucket is attached with the crane, and also there will be present the hoisting chains. Now the sketch is right in front of you. You can see that various parts and the cross-sectional area of a drag line is shown right in front of you. This is going to help you understand the basic parts, the main parts of a drag line. Now next it says, because of this type of construction, a drag line can dig. It can dig and it can also dump. So once the digging is done, once the bucket is full, then you can swing your boom crane and then you can dump it wherever you want to do it. So hence, because of this reason, you can use drag lines for larger distances as well, right? So students, you found one advantage already over here, that it can be used for long distances, for long reaches. You found one advantage already. You can also use it as an application. Next we have is the capacity. The capacity of the drag line, I said already that it will be depending on the size of the bucket, which will be expressed in terms of meter cube, that is in terms of volume. Next we have is, it can be crawler mounted, it can be wheel mounted, and it can be truck mounted. I think I already told this to you, and I am also going to show you the truck mounted picture. Now first let us discuss about the various parts, basic parts. Just like we did in the power shovel, we are going to discuss about the parts of the drag line. So first part is boom stick. Here instead of boom stick, we are going to have a boom crane, long boom crane. Can you see it is highlighting right in front of you in the sketch? Yes, we can see that. So that is your boom crane. Next we have is hoist cable. Can you see it is highlighted in front of you? We have a hoisting cable. Hoist cable will be attached with the crane, and one end will be attached with the operating chamber, and because of this hoist cable, it will be the hoist chain will be connected to the bucket. Next we have is drag cable. Can you see it is highlighted in front of you? Yes, so the drag line, right? The drag cable, meaning when you are going to perform the dragging operation, it will be done with the help of the cable which is mounted with the bucket, that is your drag cable. Next we have is hoist chain. It is highlighted again in front of you. Hoist chain will be connected to the hoist line for suspending the bucket, that is your hoist chain. And next you have is drag chain. It will be attached with the drag cable so that you can perform the dragging operation. And the last is the bucket. In the power shovel we used to call it dipper, and here we are going to call it as a bucket. Ultimately it is the same, right? That is also flashing right in front of you. So all of the basic parts are clear to you. For us, only these parts are important. So you are also supposed to draw the sketch if the university exam asks you the question of drag line in detail. Next students, we are going to talk about how the drag line works. I think with the help of the video clip, you already understood that how the drag line works. Right, but we also have to put it in technical words. We have to explain it technically, right? So we are going to do that now. And also you can see the image which is flashing just above me, that is a truck mounted drag line. Just like wheel mounted and just like crawler mounted, we have a truck mounted drag line. So the crane and the boom will be attached with the truck, and hence it becomes a portable equipment. This is the reason you can also use this for long distances. Now let us put all the mechanism, the working mechanism in technical terms or technical words. So first of all, the bucket. The bucket of the drag line will be lowered in fully dumped condition, meaning the condition in which the excavation work has to be performed. So it will be lowered down in fully dumped condition, and then it will be slightly loosened. Meaning it will be released, right? Both the hoist and the drag cable will be released, and it will be lowered up to the level where you have to perform the excavation work, and in such a way it will be put onto the ground that its teeth, its blade will be digging into the earth. It will be put up like this. If these are the teeth, then this is a fully dumped position. The teeth will be digging the earth. This is how it will be lowered down with the help of hoist cable and drag cable. Next, then after the hoist cable, from where it is suspended, that will be loosened slightly and the drag pull is applied. How will you apply this drag pull? Right, you will have a skilled operator to be operating this drag line. He will be sitting inside the operating chamber and he is going to apply the drag force, right, that is, which will be the mechanism present inside the operating chamber, and a pull force, a drag pull force will be applied to the bucket. As a result, what happens, that the bucket is going to be dragged towards your operating chamber, towards you, and against the material which has to be dug. So as this operation is performed, you can also imagine that it is going to dig below the track level, below the ground level, right? Also, next, when it is completely filled with earth, when it's completely filled with the material or with the soil, the bucket takes the horizontal position. The bucket takes horizontal position. Once the work is done, it will take horizontal position, and in that plane, it is the bucket and along with the crane is going to be swung, and you will change its direction, and then you will dump it wherever you want to dump. So this swinging work will be done. It will dump the load off, and the bucket and the boom is then swung back into digging position. This is how the cycle keeps on repeating, keeps on continuing, and this is how your drag line works. So now, next we are going to talk about specific applications, right? I think you can write down advantage, disadvantage on your own. Advantages can also become applications in some cases. About disadvantages, you can say that if it says that you can dig only in softer material, meaning the disadvantage becomes you cannot carry out the operation in the hard soil or in the hard rocky soil, right? So you can find out the disadvantages from the applications itself. So let us talk about the specific applications regarding your drag line. So the first which we have is it is used for digging the softer material below the surface of the earth. For softer material, this can be used. Next, for excavating trenches without shoring. Now, if you want to carry out the excavation work for the foundation trenches, and if so happens that you are dealing with type of the soil where shoring, meaning the temporary work, the temporary support, if that has to be provided, then without providing the shoring, without the support, you can directly carry out the excavation work. You can lay the trenches, you can excavate, and then you can dump it without the help of shoring. Next, we have long reaches, that is long distances. I think that's pretty clear now why we can deal with long distances. Next, we can use for excavation work for canals, right? It will be the condition where depositing on the embankment has to be done without hauling units, meaning without the trucks, right? Where will you dump the material? Once it is removed, once it's excavated, where will you dump it? You need hauling units, you need transporting units or trucks, but if it is not available, you have to dump it on the embankment itself, then you can use this type of equipment. And the last, for loose soils, for marshy area, that is wet areas, and for the soil containing water, for all these conditions, you can use the drag lines. Okay students, so we are keeping up to here today. In the next session, we will discuss about the further excavating equipment. Have a good day students. Thank you.